Right, so today we have this hymn, beautiful hymn. I was looking today into the words because the words are difficult. So I took my Padapatha, I introduced Padapatha that we understand them, yeah? Better, because once they join, you just can read it differently. And of course, many times it is read in a way that approximate. Only Sri Aurobindo, you can trust Sri Aurobindo's reading because he had an intuition and could see the meanings. All right, let's do the mantra and start this. Continue this beautiful one of the most beautiful hymns, number 2 of the 5th mandala. Om Vang me manasi pratishthitam mano me vachi pratishthitam aviravirma edhi vedasyama ani sthaha shrutam me ma prahasihi anena dhitena horatran samdadhami Ritam vadishyami, satyam vadishyami, tanmam avatu, tudvaktaram avatu, avatu mam, avatu vaktaram, avatu vaktaram. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Okay, we have this, we started from the beginning. Let me read a few verses. Kumaram mata yuvati samubdham guha bibharti nadadati pitre anikam asya naminajjanasah purav pashyanti nihitam aratau. Kam etam tuvam yuvate kumaram Peshi bibharshi mahishi jajana Purvihi garbhah sharadova vardha Apashyam jatam yadasutamata Hiranyadantam shuchivarnam arat Kshetradapashyam ayudhamimanam Dadano asma amritam viprikvat Kimmam anindrah krinavan anuktah Kshetrada pashyam sanutashcharantam Sumadyutham na purushobhamanam Nata agribhrana janishthahishah Paliknir id yuvatayo bhavanti. So these are new verses, Hiranyadantam. So from the beginning, we looked into these verses. So the young mother, Mata, Yuvati Kumaram, yes, bears the boy pressed down in her secret being and gives him not to the father, Nadadati Pitre, but his force is not diminished. Anikam asya naminat janasah, and the people janasah behold him established in front, puraf pashyanti nihitam arato, in the upward working of things, arato.
Mahoday, one question, please.
Yes.
Why would you say aratau? Aratau asti, or is there like a Devanagari?
Sorry, yes, aratao. But for the because of the meter. But you are right, aratao. So purah pashyanti nihitam aratao. But in the poetic meter, it's arato. It's shorter, but meter.
No, artha, the meaning would change if you put a long there, na?
Yeah.
Would it not?
No, it is arati. It is short a. There are two words, arati and arati. And they are very different in meaning, by the way. Arati Vishot I is this workings upward, forward, yeah, from Ri root, with Ar like guna, most probably. But Arati is something opposite. It is not giving. It is with long R. Yeah? It is hostile. Arati is very positive, like progress, moving forward, upward. Whereas Arati is not giving, not sacrificing, and being hostile. Anyway.
Sorry, just one bit grammatical thing.
Yeah, sure.
That Rati is from Ram.
Ram is also from the kindred root, yes. But well, Ram is from Ra, yes, it's Ri. But kindred because Ri-based, yeah, Ra-based. So we have also Ratri, for example. We have Rati, to give, to bestow, to shine also, yeah. So, and to give, to bestow, most probably also to sacrifice, and that's why Arati is that which is not sacrificing, not giving, not shining. Ra meaning a shine, shining. Yeah. But Arati is quite clearly a denial of this Ra, longa. But this Arati is from Ri, I think, guna. It's not from, it's like Arguna, like we have Avatu, Avati, yeah, from Urut, but we have only Av form. Here we have only Ar form, which means to move forward. That's why Aurobindo translates it to the upward working of things. Maybe I have it in here. Arati, moving quickly, servant, assistant, manager, administrator. This is what they translate. Aurobindo gives this upward moving of things. Moving quickly. There is no quickness here. It's just somebody added it because he found it meaningful in that context. Whenever we deal with dictionary, we have this problem. Are you frozen? No. Because you're listening carefully, I was thinking that I am frozen and talking to myself. Yeah, the grammar is quite unique in the Veda, especially Rig Veda. We find surprising things. For you, most probably, it's a very rich environment. Knowing classical Sanskrit very well, here all the surprises coming up. And also very simple language at the same time, no? Pashyanti, Nihitam, Purah, Janasach is a typical Vedic plural, yes, which can be understood. But Naminat, Minat is interesting form. It's injunctive. So Minat, it should be either Minati or Aminat. Yeah. So are dropped. Are dropped, so it's imperfect without a, which can be translated in any context. Yeah, they don't diminish, or the force is not diminished. Yeah, in the past, present, or any modality. And it's very typical for Vedic Sanskrit to have these injunctives. That means imperfect without augment, or aorist without augment, without a. You will not find them in classical Sanskrit. Okay, so she holds him, does not deliver him to his father, but she does not diminish his force, his power within does not diminish. And people put him in front in their movement forward, in their progress. Kam etam tuvam, yuvate, O young mother, who is that prince? Peshi, whom you form, yeah, or press, or Bibharshi, bearing, Mahishi Jajana, being born great, Mahishi, you are You become Mahishi. You grew up like pregnant woman grows, became big. Or something more, you become great because he is growing within. The nature herself, the mother, grows in her greatness because she bears within the divine. Purvirhi garbach sharadova vardhach. For many seasons the child grew in the womb. I saw him born when the mother brought him forth. Apashyam jatam yad asuta mata. When this yat is when the mother brought him to birth, I saw him being born. This is a very important issue for the fire, for the agni, for the heat within to be born forward, to come to the front.
Who's the I, Atra? Who's the I?
It is Rishi speaking. It is he's him. I like this I saw him, because it makes it totally subjective. It makes it totally related to us, to our perception.
You don't have it too often, no? This I thing doesn't come in so often.
No, it comes once in a while when Rishi is becoming ecstatic, yes. He speaks about his experience, It's not that it give me or something, it's different. Give me, first person is different from I saw. You see this I saw all the time, even Isha Upanishad speaks. I saw him, so Taittiriya speaks, I saw, it was revealed to me. So all me is very important, this I of the Rishi. But otherwise it is a description. We saw, we know. What is this we know? It's a general statement. I saw him born, when the mother brought him forth. And then Hiranyadantam with golden teeth, Shuchivarnam with pure or white color, Arat from far away. Arat is a Vedic word, most probably I'm writing here. From the distance, yes.
Mother, just one idea, like why are they putting in the concept of Danta? Why are they bringing in? Because it's the fire has those, that's why the Danta?
No, Danta he is actually chewing everything. He can chew, crush everything. All the hard matter, soft matter, doesn't matter. Stones, he burns everything to ashes. There is nothing which he cannot burn. Metals, stones, everything he devours. He is a devourer, especially if he is released into the forests, into the organic matter. He is there, the king, burns the forests. That means forests, vanam, vanani, our delights, where Soma is. He is looking for Soma everywhere. So he is Hiranyadantam with golden teeth, crushing all. Golden means divine teeth. It's not just golden, because gold is soft. It can't actually crunch anything. It's not in that sense, not in materialistic sense. It's just a visual of the golden true color teeth. Arat from far away, Kshetrad. Arat Kshetrat from far field. Kshetra is an interesting word. We call it field, but it is also a dwelling place, or a plateau, or from root kshi, to abide, to dwell. So kshetra. Tra is suffix, the same as mantra, yantra, tantra, all this tra. So it's like where the abiding takes place, so kshetra. So that is the field. Later it is only the field, but still, if we analyze etymologically, it is the abiding place. So Arat from the far field, Kshetrad Apashyam, I saw Ayudha Mimanam, him preparing Mimanam, or preparing is a good word. Ayudhani. Ayudhani is these the weapons. He was preparing already weapons to fight the darkness, to fight the resistance. Dadano asma amritam viprikvat. Okay, I will read Sri Aurobindo first. I saw far off in the field of being. That's how he translates. Very beautiful. In the field of being. One tasked with golden light. One tasked with golden light. So his teeth are actually fires, as it were, and pure bright of hue, who was shaping the weapons of his war. Ayudha Mimanam. I gave to him the immortality, Dadanach Asmai Amritam, in all my separate parts, Viprikvat. Viprikvat is separately, one by one. Like Prithak, another word. Kimmam Anindra, what to me those who do not follow Indra, Krinavan, can do, Anuktach, those who do not have the word. What shall they do to me who have not the word, and the God mind is not in them? This is an important issue because now the fire has to meet the resistance and fight the darkness, the forces of darkness. And Rishi has this, he has seen him from far away preparing the weapons to interact with these forces, to connect with them in the battle. And I gave to him one by one all the parts of my being, surrendered to him, made myself part of his weaponry or his force. And what could they do to me, these forces, who do not have the word, the divine word, and who do not follow the divine mind? They can't do anything to me now. This is just the question. I saw him from far, shining with one pointed tusk of golden light, making his weapon of conquest, or preparing, or even making. I offered him an amrita of all the parts of my being. Soma of all the parts of my being I poured into him. What can they do to me, those who do not know neither Indra, the divine mind, nor the divine word? The Rishi says that he has offered to Agni all the separate parts of his being, Viprikvat, one by one, in their essence, Amrita. But there are other forces of darkness and confinement who do not offer him, but obstruct his growth. They do not know Indra, the divine mind, and his actions upon our consciousness. They do not speak the word which stirs in the darkness, opening it to his actions from above, Indra's actions. The word and the mind are the two foundations of the Veda. What can they do to me, asks Rishi, if they know none of these? This is my kind of text. Yes, Rashi wants to join us after having food, after having nice dinner.
After 5 slices of apple. Okay, I had 2. I was very exhausted.
I'm joking. So
no, I don't like to eat, but I was feeling faint, so nothing.
Please eat. Please, even you can eat in front. It's fine. I like.
You like watching people eat apples? Okay, next time I shall bring a plate of apples. and do
Okay.
it. Okay, Vladimir, don't distract me right now. I was asking a question. You distracted me with my apples.
Okay, sorry.
I've forgotten. And when it comes like, I'll ask.
I distracted you. So sorry. I wanted to be funny and I became distracted.
Okay. So my question is that the preparation of the weapons and the one who doesn't know divine word and doesn't have divine knowledge anyway, so why do we have this hymn? What is the purpose of this hymn there?
Well, utility comes first, yeah, what it is for, and then the rest. Yeah.
See, to always pull back from the beautiful well of knowledge to be able to see it from a distance. I am responsible for other people also.
Right. I think this has to know the utility of it is
I'm not talking about the ecstasy of the rishi. No, I'm not talking about utility per se. But I'm not able to have a visual. See, when I don't have a visual, I don't understand it.
Okay. Yeah, I see the visual of this actually. This is an experience of the profound kind. First, he speaks about that the nature is holding him for years, for centuries, for thousands of years. And now he is being prepared. She grew strong. She became Mahishi, the queen. She found all the elements in her being. They were built by him growing within. Now she has the instruments of knowledge by which or through which he can come to the front. Now she evolved enough, the instruments of knowledge. This body evolved enough to handle the spirit, to allow the soul, the inner being, to come to the front. Now he saw him being born, he saw him from far away, from his deep location where he is in his own domain, in his own home, preparing the weapons to engage with forces of darkness. From the far field of his own dwelling place, he is making the weapons, and I give to him all, part by part, bit by bit of myself, in all immortality which I can create or distill or extract from myself to him. And what can they do now to me, these forces which oppress me, which hold me in the mortal state? Those who do not know neither the word nor the mind divine. Nothing. Because he is coming, and he's coming, he is on the way, he is being born. Yeah?
Can I just answer, Rashidi? Just one thing, when you asked about the weapons and all that, so there is the one of the doctrines of the mystics where he looks at one of the images that they talk about is this constant battle that is on. So this battle is about this inner weapons that need to be sharp, they need to be ready, otherwise we will be invaded. So there has to be this constant preparation of that inner battle that is on. And it's a minute-to-minute battle. It's not this luxurious battle of preparation and then the battle is on now, like that. And where do we fight? How do we fight? What are that is no?
Yeah, he is the fighter. He is the one who is cleaving the darkness, as Aurobindo says, and cleave the darkness with the mystic fire. So he is the one who will be penetrating, destroying the darkness with his weapons. These are his weapons. He himself is the weapon. It's a symbolic imagery. I find this profound because of the first person I saw him from far away. It reminds me, it's really an experience. When you see your inner fire, you really see it in the depth of your being, from far away, from another shore, from the beyond the abyss, in the far away Arat, from the far away Kshetrat, his own dwelling place. He's there, deep within you. Very huge distance between you and him, you here and him there within. And there he is already ready to engage. Preparing the weapons, he's ready to engage. He's ready to bridge over the abyss and come to the front. And to him, ready to engage, I give all myself, bit by bit, part by part. I surrender every part of my being. I'm not surrendering all this, saying, I give myself to you. No, I surrender this, I surrender this, I surrender this thought, this feeling, this motion, this intention. I surrender everything bit by bit, and once it is done, what can they do to me? There is nothing left for them to grab. Everything is given to the divine within me, who will now engage with these forces. So, and there will be engagement. I will come to them. I will be the carrier. I am the field in which this battle will take place. I will be wounded by them. But what can they do to me, really, if I identify myself, all my parts, with the divine within me? Aurobindo says that you don't know much about my life, but I have 1001 wound from Asuric forces, difficult to heal. So this is the battle. It's not just sitting in a happy kind of shining place. Once you engage in for real, not in the imagination, not in the philosophy, but for real, you engage with the divine fighter within you, with these forces which really resist, not just seemingly resist. This will be the battle. Yeah, it's a true word. Nothing is wrong about it. It's not only an image. It's more real than image. Yeah. Can do. It's more real than our real life today, because we are not really in battle. We are. The nature is kind of taking care of us. We go very slow. That's why all our wounds are very painful, but they're very minimal wounds. If we really would engage in proper way, we would have much more intense life and much more intense wounds. The speed would be much higher.
And even the gravity, and even because just before I came here, that was the meeting we were having, that how my team and I, we are doing this energy work, how every day is now becoming every minute to minute. Sometimes you just can't even move your hands. The energy is so dense. Sometimes you can't breathe. Sometimes you're breathing for I don't know who all. It is just like, it's like we don't, what is it, what you were saying? That's why I said I was not getting the image, because I didn't know it was what we're experiencing or doing, or it is so difficult. And I was thinking, is it ever going to end? Or, this, because each one has to support the other. And I kept saying, every time we go through this chaos, this tunnel of dark and all these attacks and all of that. And then, but we come on the other side. So it's always a breakthrough. Let's look at it like a breakthrough instead of, because one girl is crying all night and she doesn't know why she's crying. Some life memories are going, something is happening, something is happening. It's not normal, because the team has taken up so many people with them, on them. And it is so tough. And I said, you know what, by the time we kind of, maybe, we're like, okay, today's a good day. We, come across whatever. Maybe it will be just the day we lie down in the coffin, because till then it's like, and like you're saying, it's so intense, like the reason I need to eat after every few hours, because I feel faint with so much of energy stuff happening. And it's so, there's this girl in my society who's a medical doctor, and she hasn't come out of her room for 1 year. She comes out for 5 minutes, goes to her kitchen, makes only something which is of no chemical, organic. She will has her own cleaning little thing. She'll go sit in her room. She doesn't have any gadget, anything. She's put a bed sheet on her fan, because when she goes to the kitchen, she switches off the no machines, no gadgets, no radiations, no nothing, and she's in some sadhana mode. And parents are going crazy. She's 35 years old. She gave all her clothes and jewelry to some maid, and then they come to me, and that she's very aggressive and she's doing this because we are telling her to come out. And I mean, every single day there are things you can't imagine that people are battling. And they're like, we'll take her to a doctor. I said, no, they'll put her in a mental hospital. She's going through a process. Let me help her, because and she's not able to trust her parents because they have done so many things to put her in the conventional system. I mean, what you're saying is, I was just hoping that it was just a nice visual we could use on the stage, but no.
It is a nice visual. It's beautiful. The Rishi gives everything to the divine in him, and is ready to follow him into the battle. Yeah? Abhisyama pritsutir martyana, may we withstand the oppression of mortals, says Rishi in another hymn. Withstand the oppression of mortals. Yeah? This is what is happening. It's happening all the time, whether we know about it or not. I'm sad, I do not know why. I'm just invaded by the forces and I'm not capable to be myself. That's why I'm in anxiety or sad or broken or anything, or crying or laughing. Or we do not know, we do not classify these psychological phenomena. Yeah. If we would start classifying them from the Vedic point of view, this would be the case. Yeah. There is an oppression of the forces which want us not to go forward. And there is something in us which wants to go forward. So, and we give in to either of these. Yeah? So sometimes we give in to these oppression, forces of oppression, and we get into the dark space. And then we have to get out from there, and then we call for help some way or another, and there is a help coming. That light breaks through. And this is the way how it is. We have to take onto ourselves all this darkness. This is another issue which we have to understand. We cannot run away from darkness. There is no way we can get out. Because sometimes we think, oh, how could I get out of this situation into some nice space, build a nice house, have a nice family, everybody is happy, smiling, enough money, enough food, healthy, traveling, everybody is happy. So how long that happiness can last? Yeah?
That only happens on Instagram, Vladimir, not in reality.
It happens briefly when you go to Pondi.
Oh, even then it is possible to meet real things and real things. I don't know. So when you're saying Rishi is giving everything, can you explain the word Purna Ahuti? Because that is the word I got today for the workshop about spiritual shield.
Beautiful.
I was told that you should title it Purna Ahuti, and I understand in the Havan. I don't know the full meaning, and I don't understand why it's given to me to use in the workshop. So I know some very amazing stuff about it. I know. I can feel it.
Yes, Ahuti is the offering, actually. Yes, and Purna, full offering. This is exactly what we are reading today. Yeah?
Yes, that's why it came to me.
I give myself bit by bit, piece by piece, part by part, all of myself to Him. Yeah. So nobody can do anything to me. I find this very visual. It's visual because I saw him born, I saw him from far away, his own land, preparing to engage, and I gave to him all my being, part by part. And then, interesting, Kshetrad Apashyam, again, Apashyam, Sanutashcharantam sumadhyutham na purushobhamanam nata agribhran ajanishta hishach paliknir idyuvatayo bhavanti. I saw in the field as though a happy herd, as if a happy herd that ranged continuously in many forms of luminous beauty. So it's not just one fire, it's like a happy herds of luminous cows. There's go, yutam, the herd. None could seize on them. Nobody could stop these shining rays of the Lord within. For he was born. He came to be totally conscious in my consciousness. I became aware of him within myself. Even they that were old among them, even those aspirations or inspirations which became old and a little bit less luminous, grew young once more, became again young. He refreshed all our aspirations. He refreshed all our intentions which were within us. Those divine intentions, they became young and fresh again. Is it not experiential? It's totally experiential. I saw him secretly approaching from far plain of his. It looked like an ecstatic movement of the luminous herds of many forms and brightness. None of those who confine, we will come to those who confine, could seize on them, the herds of light, for he was already born. And those rays of light who got weary and old became young again. Those who were pale and fading became full of light again. It is as Mother was mentioning when the supramental in 56 took place on 29th of February, you remember? She said when she broke the lid, the golden lid, with a huge hammer, and the supermind descended upon earth. She said everybody's psychic being, not many felt the difference, but everybody's psychic being was like 5-volt bulbs started to shine like 100-volt bulb. So everybody became luminous from within. People didn't feel because they live on the surface. They try to resist the oppression of mortals. They are engaged there without awareness from within. But she could see that the world has changed dramatically. It was another world born that time. Every human being was much more capable of becoming the divine. So this kind of intensity of light, this refreshing of the inner being, kind of being capable to reach to the surface, is the result of him being born. It is a description of the experience of the Rishi seeing Agni moving towards the surface of consciousness from the depth of his being, from his own plane, Kshetra, where he is at home, towards the plane where he is not at home, immortal among mortals. This is him. It's not his home yet. He makes it his home. His movement involves the movement of luminous herds of all kind of forms and brightness. It was like an ecstatic movement of light, but none of those who confine could seize on them any more, for he was already born, reviving their energies. So who are those who confine, who capture these luminous herds? These are the panis, the dasyus, those who live in the dark. They capture the light and hide it in the subconscious cave. They could not to do it anymore because he was born and he refreshed all the energies. They became powerful. They could resist. You see, when the light comes down, this is something also very typical and very important for the knowledge of the Veda. When the light comes down from above, when we call to the light and we get the answer, then the light which enters into the darkness loses its brightness slowly, becomes less and less bright, because the density of darkness meets it. Yeah? It becomes more and more thin, as it were, and loses its power. So, and it can be captured by the darkness, gobbled by the darkness, swallowed, and taken into itself, into the subconscious cave. And these forces of darkness, they hide this light within the subconscious cave. So the light disappears in the darkness, yeah? Fades away there. This is the typical what is happening when Rishi, when he invokes the dawn, he says, when the dawn comes, may the panis sleep, that they should not steal the light. May the light stay, yeah, on the surface of the being. But it is not possible. It's very difficult for the light to stay because it entered into the field of darkness, immortality. It pervaded the darkness. It entered into it, and so it got absorbed, gobbled by it, you know, swallowed. And so what happens when the Lord is born from within? He, the one luminous, that all these luminosities which came to us and come to us now are refreshed, and those who lost their brightness because they were gobbled by the darkness became young again and luminous as they were before when they came. And that is changing. It's a total transformation of the outer being. I think this is an experience. It's an experiential verses, which we have very little to do with, because in our experience it's only the symbol which may work. Maybe we remember something from the past lives or from some experience in this life of this kind, but for this we have to awaken in us the psychic being, and it has to reach to the front, and then we will see how all those inspirations which we received will be refreshed and made young again. We do not know about this, but Rishi speaks about it, for us to know that this will take place.
Mahodaya, could it be the fact that when there is a new seeing, it really is a new seeing? Because I was thinking about memory, and then you realize that memory is something that you cannot erase. You cannot consciously do away with a memory. Something has happened, you've stored it, in your consciousness, and it's there. But what one can do is to re-perceive the memory.
Right, to find the divine element in it. Yes, absolutely.
To look at it differently. That is what maturity is really all about. Otherwise, if we relive the memory in the same tone as we did when it happened, then the number of years that have gone by in the middle are of no value. But when that same memory is reconsidered in a different light, then growth takes place. For that lens of perception to have been cleansed,
nice.
It corresponds to some growth.
I like it. This is a psychological kind of interpretation. Beautiful. So what happens when we have this divine look, yeah, at what happened to us, we really see another life. we see that all our mistakes were necessary, because they led us to some realization that we could not get there without really stumbling and falling and learning from those mistakes. We were tuning ourselves to the truth. And that truth was behind and was the cause of those mistakes and stumblings. That's what we recover. We refresh the truth of our life. Yeah, beautiful. I like this interpretation. Great. Okay, I will stop here, 2 verses, and I'm already so happy with this. I had something similar in my life only one time, long ago, when I was very intensely doing yoga. In the region of the heart, I went deep within. Because I had this kind of power from above. Yes, it came with Sri Aurobindo, actually. I think many of those who follow Sri Aurobindo's path, integral yoga, feel the presence. They feel the pressure from above. Yeah? I know that many feel this. They don't speak about this. We don't speak about these things. But it is not just the pressure, it's just powerful presence which presses down, very softly, which makes you very different. It makes you silent in the mind and attentive in your consciousness, peaceful and luminous and blissful. There are elements in it. But when you go deep within the heart region, so I saw exactly something similar what Rish describes here. On the other shore of the abyss, there was an abyss between me on this shore, and then on the other shore over the abyss there was a flame. I could see the flame, and that flame was kind of, I can't explain, but it was kind of bigger than the whole me, and all outside, the whole world outside was very small in comparison to the perception of that flame on the other shore. And it was calling, constantly calling. Not me I thought I was calling. I thought I was invoking. It wasn't me, it was that flame who was calling. And the answer was coming to him. Like a stambha, like a pillar of light was descending into it. Flame was growing, and the pillar of light was answering. It was within. And I understood that what is happening without is only a replica or the outcome of something which is happening within. And then I call here, I think I call, that's why it comes. No, because it is calling, I call here outside. Because I cannot bear it, I become aware of that kind of inner calling outside. It is so strong that outer being becomes transparent enough to really perceive that there is a calling happening by itself, as it were. And that is the Agni of this luminous being, the Lord within, who is doing for us all yoga. We are here only resisting. We are not doing anything else. If we could become transparent and just allow it to work, it would be much more effective. We would be in ecstasy of calling all the time. We would be singing and dancing in ecstasy. We would not be able to bear that presence if we would allow it to come to the front. But we resist. We have our issues, our things to solve, our logic, our dogmas, our...
On that note, I have a question. If you have a light on the ceiling that you've switched on, do you, Vladimir?
I don't have the light.
Can you see above Vladimir's head a blue light? Can you see on the screen?
Oh, it is that behind the wall. Yeah, that.
Is that light?
So I don't know what it is actually. I think it is falling from the window light. Sorry, you are making me mysterious. Some people
No,
You're
so
talking
it
about
looks
like
like
it's
this, right?
coming in his head.
Yeah,
He's talking about the
yeah,
stamba, the pillar of light, and there's
yeah.
this light coming in his head. It's like
thank you.
kinaka.
That's very nice of you to see it. But some people actually saw many times very strange things when these. But it's not. It's a light which one can see only with subtle. If you look with subtle look, yeah. I do not know whether it is possible to do over Zoom, but
No, I have taken pictures of some teachers when they are teaching. They don't know they had a ray of purple light, and I could see it. So I can't show it. So I got my camera, took a picture, and sent it to them. But in your case, because it moved, I wasn't sure it was this was too bright to be looked at. That's why I asked you. Have you seen that green blue light above you, bluish green light? Okay. When I see that one, I'll take a picture and send you, Vladimir. It is possible it shows in the camera. I'm telling you.
it is possible. I know. I have one picture I will show you later of Champaklal. You would not believe. The light comes through the whole body to the feet. The pillar of light. Totally very dense light, white light. You would not believe. Picture took it. The camera, photo camera. Not digital, but just this film camera. Film camera can take it for some reason. I do not know whether digital can do it, but most probably can.
It can. It catches the orbs. Right? It catches the light orbs. It is visible.
Great. Okay, we can stop here today and continue with number 5. We are slow, but this hymn, and then we will be much more fast. And hear this: who are separating me from my light? Who is that who separated me? And there will be the question about those panis and dasyus. We will come to them. All right. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santo Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om.